Okay, so we read about how the extension of Rome, the culmination of all the countries over in Europe and Great Britain is America. Okay, now how did those 7 heads govern themselves? They govern themselves as NATO and the EU.
That's right. That's what they
with the U.S. being the spearhead of NATO. They tired of something now. What do you have? They have NATO over there in Syria. Talking about civil war and people's human rights being violated. Okay?
Right.
So it's the same thing. All right, go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken?
Right. But the hammer of the whole earth is the U.S. and it's going to be cut asunder and broken.
Right.
Because the prophecy says that the nations are going to gather themselves against this place, man.
That's right. Of course.
The rulership of you so-called white people is coming to an end. Philly. Okay? So enjoy yourselves. Max out your credit cards. Because the destruction is not.
Right.
Okay?
That's right.
Your children are going to be dashed against the stuff.
Yeah, that kind of
America.
Go ahead.
It refers to America as the hammer because the NATO and the EU, who did it? Like I said earlier, they use America to do the dirty work.
That's right.
That's why it's the hammer.
Right.
What does the hammer do? It crushes.
That's why you have a U.S. embassy in damn near every nation around the world, man.
Hey, every foreign conflict they use America. Any foreign conflict that the white man wanted to enact, he used America, and then everybody came behind America. They didn't use Britain to go invade no place. That ended in 1770 when they came over here in America. After that, it was all they kind of did it with certain parts of Africa and India.
Right.
But it's been mainly America.
Right.
Now they foreign policy as far as military is ran by America through America. Okay. Then you got the financial district, which we were speaking about earlier, which is going back over there to London. Then you got the spiritual bullshit that they push out through Italy, Rome, with the Vatican. Okay. Which all ties into the beast. Okay?
Yep. And ultimately, it goes all the way back to ancient Babylon. Right. When Nimrod was trying to gather all the nations together as one. Right. The New World Order. Okay?
How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware.
Right. So Babylon is not aware. America's not aware. America thinks they can blow anybody to smithereens whenever they want to. They don't realize that the Most High is going to put a spirit on these other nations to jack this bitch up.
Hey, right. And not only them, countries that's within the actual NATO going to sue this from.
Exactly. Because you're going to have Spain, France, Ireland, Portugal, Greece, Italy. They're going to start fighting each other. Their whole Eurozone is jacked up right now.
Yeah, right.
Okay?
That's right.
You got people over in Greece ready to bring down and topple the whole government, man. What do you think is happening in Spain? What do you think is happening in Ireland? What do you think is happening in Portugal? The same things are going on.
Right in front of
then you got Germany benefiting of the weakness of the smaller countries in the Eurozone. They're going to turn against Germany, man.
Right, that's right.
When they realize that Germany has been a part of the collapse of their whole country, you got nations like Sweden and Norway that seem like peaceful places. They're going to be ready to go to war. Okay? And it's going to ultimately culminate into some of the NATO and EU nations shooting missiles on America.
Revelation 17 chapter. I got it.
Okay? Bring it out, bro. But it's just like he said here in Jeremiah the 50th chapter that they're not even aware.
That's right.
You got these numbskulls walking up and down the streets of America thinking everything is okay, man. Worried about if the Cowboys are going to put together a good team.
Which they not.
Worried about which little boy they're gonna get to have sex with, or where's the greatest child pornography site that they can hack into.
Yeah, that's what goes on, man.
They just convict
This is a backwards nation, man.
Right, they just convict his ass.
All right, this is a backwards society.
That's one case. They got millions of these damn Edomites. Now in the Roman Catholic Church, they have a program. I forget what it's called, Primo Solicitanius or something like that, where they put a gag order. You can't even tell on them damn priests, man. That's why they just get moved to the next church.
They get to be relocated. They get to be you had one faggot Roman Catholic priest. I believe he was in Rome. He was in Argentina. He got moved to Brazil. Over another group of little boys for him to play with.
Now, that proves that Sandusky shit, that's not just a separated incident, man. They got whole organizations, man, to go molest kids, man. To get them. Nigga, they got the CPS that'll come take my kid for having a bag of weed. You know?
Yeah, man. That's real stuff that's going on, man.
This man's the devil, man.
But we're crazy.
It ain't accident.
Yeah, but we're the crazy guys. We're the bad guys.
Hey, Hollywood. Right. They tell you to add the child stars, man. They'll tell you that's all it is. The producers and the directors, man, finding them little kids, man.
Willis off the.
You think they care about your damn kids because they made a new Little Mermaid fucking movie, man? That's just to seduce the damn kids, man.
You watch Madagascar or you know, the Lion King is one of the most popular ones. All the thing magic that they put in those movies, man. And you wonder why your 4-year-old little boy got a tutu on, twirling around in the room, man. Because he been having magic put on him since he was in a womb.
And if they ain't a faggot, they just bugged out.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like you can't reach them, man.
I mean, look at these kids, man. They're weird as hell. Damn weirdos, man. Anybody that put tattoos all over their face, grow some dirty ass dreads, and skateboard up and down the street looking like a damn alien is a weirdo, man. Shouldn't look like Lil Wayne, man. He looks ridiculous.
Yeah, being stupid is cool.
Yeah, being a damn idiot is cool. All right.
Revelation 17 and 16. In the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast.
Right, so we were talking about the NATO. Now, when NATO started, it was originally those 10 chief nations, but to offset prophecy, they spread it out. So now it's like, what, 27, 28 nations?
It's just like Russia. NATO. Russia split, the former USSR split into many different countries.
Right.
That's right.
Right. Go ahead, brother.
Right. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
Right, and who's that whore? The whore is America. That's who sits on the beast. That's the hammer. Okay? Some of those EU and NATO conglomerates are going to come against the U.S. Like he said, Russia.
You know, Putin.
All right?
They the main ones. They hold the arms.
That's the spirit that Putin got put back in there, man.
Oh, yeah.
Obama been talking to Obama, but
Putin was cursing out Medvedev for all the shit he was doing with NATO. For signing on to certain NATO strikes and shit. Putin wasn't with that shit, man.
Yeah, he wasn't with those sanctions.
He dead set against America, man.
Right.
That's why the scripture just said that they gonna eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Now how is another kingdom gonna burn another kingdom with fire? Is it gonna come like in the ancient days and light torches on all the hay? Come with a horse, ride through and light torches on the city?
Straight from
they gonna come from missiles.
Right. So
because we got technology now.
All right.
Okay? This is how they gonna burn her and eat her flesh with fire.
Right, they're like we said. Well, like it says in Job, the 20th chapter, the fire not blown.
That's right.
A fire not blown.
Which is a split atom.
Which is going to be fission and fusion up in this bad boy, man. It's going to be some atoms moving around. Some elements.
What do you guys think of China?
All right. You know? I mean, well, those going to be a part of they're going to be a part of the destruction of this thing too, because China, Moab, which is Moab in the Bible.
Yeah, true that.
They're going to link up with Russia and Iran.
Thank you.
They doing war games right now.
They're doing joint war games right now. North Korea's been getting weapons from Russia, man. How do you think Russia's been funding themselves? By military technology, just like the U.S. sells military technology. You think them Russians and the Chinese wasn't doing the same? Hell yeah, they were. Okay.
Ezekiel 38:10.
That's how Russia buys their oil from Iran, man. By arms deals.
Right.
Okay? Go ahead.
Ezekiel 38:10. Thus saith the Lord God, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought, and thou shalt say, I will go into the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest.
And this is the place of unwalled villages, man, where the people these Americans don't believe that they can be touched. They were astonished at 9/11, and now their own government set that up. They don't believe that anybody will touch America, man. All right, go ahead.
Right. That dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates. To take a spoil and to take a prey.
Hey, right. The whole U.S. military is spread thin all across the world, man. And internal invasion, like what was that video game they just came out with?
Call of Duty or something.
It wasn't Call of Duty. It was called Home something. Homebound.
Home front.
Y'all know y'all be playing.
No, that's a Ghost
Home front.
Ghost.
Like how this martial law?
Right.
That came.
And who was it? Was it Korea or China that invaded?
I think it was Russia.
Russia? Oh, shoot, that's even better, man. That's what this place is gonna get.
Russia and China friends, aren't they?
Man.
Russia and China friends come to the United States. Hell yeah. But Obama goes
Everybody
and talks.
choosing sides, man.
Right.
This is the
Obama
time
go
to
and
choose
talk
sides.
to the Russians too, but I don't know how he feel about. I don't know how that go, man. Obama and both.
And let's go back to that. All right, because a lot of prophecies have to come into play before the ultimate ending of America via thermonuclear destruction. Okay, you're gonna have the whole economic collapse of this place come.
Right.
All right, and the writing's on the wall, man. You can see it happening in your face. Once the lights go out in Dallas, people are gonna go back to their carnal instinct. You can't even shoot, man. When they tell you the gas is running out, people be ready to kill each other over some damn gas. What do you think is going to happen when Walmart closes the doors for 3 days? Because the truck's not moving, because gas is $10 a gallon, and they can't afford to go across country and bring you some Napa Valley wine or something or whatever.
Hey, I'm gonna even be out of a job. That's what I do.
Yep.
Deal with them, moving and putting shit in trucks and getting that shit
right
from one place to another.
Hank, Billy, Tom, they're gonna get them guns, man, and they're gonna start moving on these people, man. All right, it's gonna be an insurrection in the city. Okay, that's one of the first parts of this thing starting to come into play. Okay, go ahead with what you got. Go ahead.
Probably have it.
Back in Jeremiah 50 and 24, and I'm read down to 26.
Okay.
I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. The Lord hath opened his armory, and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation.
What is the weapons, his ultimate weapons of indignation?
Nuclear war.
Or ICBM missiles. Intercontinental
ICBM
ballistic missiles. He didn't put the mine on them Germans for no reason to create weapons of such devastation. Okay? Like we always say, every weapon in the history of the world has been used. From the bastard sword to the Gatling gun, to the slingshot,
to the 45
to
coats,
all of them. So you think they not gonna use this much? You think they gonna go in museums?
No.
Like in Demolition Man? No.
Come on with it.
Akal Lamar sent me a video about them big ass bullets.
Yeah.
They got guns with bullets the size of a ram's horn. I mean the motherfuckers it's this big around, and this long.
Yeah, man.
And you know who they making those for? Who they making those for? These people on this side, man.
That's right. That's for us.
They ain't making that for nobody else, man.
Use them weapons, man. The so-called white man loved war, man.
Right.
His blessing was the sword. As the scripture says in Genesis the 27th chapter. That's his blessing is the sword. He's gonna use that sword, baby. On his damn self.
I got one.
Crazy, man. Alright. Go ahead.
For this is the work of the Lord power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans.
In the land of the Chaldeans. What are the Chaldeans? Those are the chief musicians and scholars of Babylon. Okay. Go ahead.
Come against her from the utmost border. Open her storehouses. cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left.
And nothing gonna be left when those missiles hit this land.
Right.
Nothing, man. Except maybe some bed bugs and some cockroaches.
That's what I'm saying. And they live through anything.
Yep. Go ahead.
Grave can't do jack.
This is 2nd Esau'S chapter 14, verse 15. I'm gonna start at 16. 2nd Esau'S 14 and 16.
Right.
For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter.
Greater evils in World War I, greater evils in World War II, in the Holocaust, greater evils that happened in Greece, greater evils that happened in Rome, in Persia. This is going to be the greatest destruction in the history of the planet. Somebody get Jeremiah the 16th chapter. Jeremiah the 16th chapter. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 17. For look how much the world
at 14.
shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein.
Right, so now we're living in the most wicked society in the history of the world, where an actual homosexual has power over you, where retarded people get the same thing as regular people. A person with AIDS doesn't get quarantined. What the hell, man? He got AIDS. I don't want him around me. I could potentially get AIDS. That's smart. Where the whole land is defiled. Where they put pork in everything and defiled foods and everything. Where you drink some water, it's got rocket fuel and antibiotics. Fluoride. Terrible. All right? Just a terrible, wicked society where they actually tell you that I'm going to put a weakened virus in you to make your immune system give a response. Thinking in your mind that when you get the actual live virus or bacteria, that it's going to create a response to the weakened bacteria. No, that's not smart. That's why these people are sick. Everybody's fucking sick because your immune system is not responding great enough.
Hold on, where in the scriptures do it say talk about a vaccine shot?
Yeah, man. People don't
think. You gotta see that they believe in the Most High.
Think.
What law is that? Okay. Where's that in Leviticus?
And then they put fluoride in your water, which dumbs you down, weakens your bones, and makes it to where what makes white blood cells? Your marrow in your bone. And red blood cells. So you're in a constant. That's why I said the people are weakened, man. Right. Back in the ancient world, we wasn't weak like that, man. Right. You know, we was talking about my uncle. He lives out in the country, man. We seen him put his hand in hot coals, man. Yeah, and we were like, what type of human is this? Yeah. That's nothing compared to the power that we had in the ancient world. When you had people like King David running through 300 people just on the strength of his hands, man. Right. That stuff that you see on Jet Li movies, that shit happened, man.
Right. The Maccabees brothers.
Because, you know, the Maccabees brothers, all that type of stuff was actual things that was happening and going on in the world. So we're living in a weekend.